Hello guys, this is going to be a guide for body location damage. So like in some games where you shoot someone in the leg it does less damage, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start, we're going to head over to our characters folder, go to our mannequin and you see this physics asset, we'll go into that. This is what the body's made up of, all these capsules, and as you can see they're assigned with a physics material. At the head has got its head physics material. If you click any of the other ones, if we get one, you can see it's a physics mat, body, arm, leg, all body. And this is basically how it works when applying headshot damage, just because it's hitting that one capsule with the head material. So let's find out where the logic happens, and that's in the bullet. So let's head over there. You can go into this function here, bullet apply damage, or just double click on this, bullet apply damage. And in here we've got a lot of code. This is all the input variables. You can see there this physical material one here. This brings up the surface type, and as you can see we're checking what it is, if it's equal to head. So basically if it's equal to the head bone, this function here, this select is like an if statement but with values. So if it's false, then we'll just do the base damage. If it's true, so if it is equal to the head, then we'll get the damage, we'll get the headshot multiplier from our base weapon, and then we'll times it, and then we'll pump it in true, and obviously if it's true it will return that value. But we don't need any of that because we're going to change it all up. So let's go and create the physics material. So let's head to the textures folder. You'll see there's our body and head materials already. We're going to click add new, go to the physics section, physics material, click this base physics material here, select, type in a name. I'm just going to go for physmat limb. Let's open it up. We can leave all these values basic. As you can see, the surface type is got body, head, and default. We don't have a limb option. I'll show you how to add more options. So if we go to edit, project settings, scroll down, engine category, and then the physics section. I've collapsed all of these already, but as you can see here, we've got our body, we've got our head, and you've got blank spaces. And there's a lot. There's 62 in total. That means you can have 62 different surfaces. We're going to go for limb here on surface type 3. Press enter. I've had trouble with this, so I recommend that once you've done this, close this, save all on your project, and literally close and reopen the project. You may not need to, but I had to. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. As you can see, we're back now. So we're going to open our limb physics material, and in this drop down option we will now have our limb option. We'll click that, save it, close. We do not need to come back to that anymore. Let's head to our character physics asset. So if we scroll down to legs here, let's start picking all these capsules and blocks that we need for the body. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, and we'll give them the limb physics material. So that's first start. Head back over to our bullet code, and we're going to do some changes. Right, so we get our surface type, as you know, but we don't need this, we don't need this, and we don't need that. So let's just delete all of that. Let's move this down. We're going to need a little bit of space, so let's bring off a switch. Now this is a switch based on what's coming in, or what's being hit rather, with the bullet. So let's just move some stuff around. Okay, let's create a new variable. We're going to call it new damage, and we're going to store the damage values into this. We're going to set it as a float. Just drag that out and connect. We'll set it up first. We'll create a couple more. Okay. For the body and the default, you don't have to do the default if you don't want to run the risk, but default, and then head, and then limb individually. So our base damage will go to our body one, because that's the base damage. We already have our code for the headshot multiply, so we'll just do that. And then we'll drag off another and do another multiply, float by float. So if we just put an asterisk, you can find the float by float option. For our limb, I'm going to half the damage, so 0.5. Plug that into there. And then all we've got to do is just connect, let's drag that variable into that. And then connect up all these exec lines. And that is it. We're good to go. But actually, let's create a print string so we can see what's actually happening. So drag that in there. There we go. Right, let's give it a test. What am I doing? I have no idea. Yes, testing. So I'm going to set one on team red, and I'm going to change this guy to team blue because I don't know if the damage will report the values if you're shooting a teammate or not, and haven't tested that. Best to be safe than sorry than waste time. So we're here. We'll start with the server first, so we know it works for sure. So let's start by shooting in the body. 34 damage. Let's shoot the arm. Yeah. Now let's shoot the leg. As you can see at the top left, we get little values there for our damage. And the limb was 17 if we toggle over. Now we're playing as the client. Oh look, 17, 17, 17, 3 limb shots, and might as well test the head for good measure. 170 damage, that's a lot of damage. Well, as you can see, that works perfectly fine. You could always attach this limb thing to your arms. I highly recommend you don't, because you've got to think of the anim poses and aiming and stuff. You'll probably hit the arms, which will cause you to do less damage. There's no point. Might as well leave it as body damage. And I hope that helps anyone who's looking to apply different levels of damage based on different body parts, or if you have weak spots in your characters. Thanks for watching.